Wow, you guys. What a great crowd. You guys are a great crowd. Welcome to Comedy Street. I'm your host, Leland Klassen, and thanks for coming. Give yourselves a round of applause. Wow. Super. I have to be completely honest with you. When I was looking over this crowd before I came up on stage, I didn't think you had it, eh? I didn't think you'd be there, but you proved me wrong. And you're a great-looking bunch, great. And we had all kinds. The demographic is great here. We have some older and some younger. I'm not going to point at anyone. But how are we doing tonight? I don't.
When I was looking around, I thought you weren't going to make it, but you did.
Oh, you didn't think I was going to make it either. Well, have I proved you wrong so far, or am I? And what's your name? I have to guess. No, it's not. We're not mentalists here.
This is Tanis. This is Janice.
Your name is Tanis?
Tanis.
I know Janice. I know. Oh, that's. Well, we're trying to make it TV friendly, so it's got to flow. Janet Higgs. Oh, hey, it's coming to me now. I think I'm getting some. Okay, let's move on. We're not getting anything over here. Just nothing's happening. You're a young fella. How old are you? 12 years old. And what's your name? Shay? Shay, 12 years old. You go to school? You like the school? You don't like school? There must be something about it you like. Is there anything in particular that you enjoy at school? Art. Are you an artist? Are you? Not really. It's just a time to goof around, really. So. That's all right. Good. 12, so what is that, grade 7? Grade 6. Oh, you flunked, eh? Is that too much time in art, huh? That's happened to me, too. Look how well I turned out, my friend. Give Shay a round of applause. Great sport. Did you guys know I'd be talking to the front table? Yeah, is that why you're here? You wanted to... That's why he's here. Did you want some... Oh, you're eating. Yeah, oh, sorry. I'll just wait. Are you? Oh, you're done. Okay, can I ask you your name, sir? Philip. And what do you do, sir?
I work for a living.
He works... All right. He works for a living. That's it. I snapped a minute in. I couldn't have... No, what is it that you work at? Paperwork. Yeah. Pretty vague, aren't you, sir? Can you be a little more specific for us, sir? Are you a spy? You can't tell us, can you? You can't tell. Philip's a spy. No, what do you? As an engineer. Oh, well, that's you like that? You enjoy that? Excellent. And with the city, maybe, or the province. So now what is that? What kind of things does that entail? What are you into? What do you? High voltage. You're into the high voltage. I'm not talking about hobbies, sir. I just want to know what you do at the... No, is it you need high voltage engineers? I guess that makes sense. You'd want engineers with the high voltage. You wouldn't want the guy doing minimum wage. So what do we do with this over here? So now do you travel across the province then? Up north. Just up north. That's... Because they need high voltage up there, don't they? Well, that's terrific. Well, how about hobbies then, since we haven't covered that? Yeah. Oh, that's right, you work for a living, huh? Here's a hobby idea for you. Heckling, because you're good at it. Yeah. Philip, folks, huh? Yeah. Wow. Would I be pushing my luck to talk to anyone else yet tonight? Would I? Okay, can I talk to you guys? You guys are a little more dressed up than the rest. Is it? Did you think this was a wedding? Did you? Yeah, you thought I was. Yeah, it's toast to the groom. I'm just taking my time. That's. No, what do you guys? Are you guys from town here?
No, from Steinbach.
From Steinbach. Oh, wow! Listen to that. Are you from Steinbach too, Philip? Oh, you're just clapping. Yeah. After all, you work for a living. You gotta. Sure, we'll clap for Steinbach. That's the. So you guys all just came down because my last name's Klassen, and you figured, hey, is it Menno? He's a fellow Mennonite. Maybe he'll get us in free, huh? Is that what? Yeah. You did get in free. Yeah, it's. How did you get in free? You snuck in, or? Your daughter won tickets. Excellent. She didn't want to come?
She gave it as a gift for
Oh, well, she's saving money on gifts. She is Mennonite, eh? Wow. That's... Well, you know what? You guys are a terrific crowd, and I hate to leave, but I have to leave, and you guys are in for a treat. It's good that I'm leaving because you guys are really going to have a great time. Very, very funny man. Worked with him lots, and it's an exciting and entertaining show. Folks, put your hands together for the very funny Brian K. Work. Give it up for Brian.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. How about a round of applause for Mr. Leland Klassen warming you up, doing a fine job. My name is Brian Work. It's an absolute pleasure to be here tonight with you folks. Normally, you notice, if you've seen any amount of comedy, that a lot of comics make fun of the water in local towns. I would love to do that tonight, but I come from North Battleford. Yes, for those that you don't know, we've been suffering from a little parasite called Cryptosporidium. About a month ago, before this all broke out, I got violently ill for about a week. And I went to the doctor to get his advice. This is the advice that my doctor gave to me. Drink lots of water. So it's a pleasure to be in Winnipeg tonight with clean water. Let me tell you what I do in my show. I just like to play around. You guys seem like a fun crowd. We're going to have fun tonight. I like to do a little bit of juggling and a little bit of stand-up comedy. How many people by applause tonight have ever seen a live juggler before? Make some noise. Most of you. Alrighty, if all of you could wait outside, it'll make my show easier. I'm kidding. We're going to kick this off with juggling. I'm going to put this mic away, and we're going to have some fun. Now, I got to tell you that my juggling show is a little bit different from everybody else's, because I suck. No, I'm kidding. No, my juggling show is different because I have a set of rules to my juggling show. You guys get to play along throughout the show. There's participation here. Rule number 1. If at any point during my show I mess up and drop something, you, the audience members, let me know by booing and hissing as loud as you can. Well, practice. I'm juggling along. Oops, drop one. Don't have to be so enthusiastic with that part, people. Rule number 2. If at any point during my show I actually do something that looks right, you, the audience members, let me know by screaming, clapping, and yelling as loud as you can. We'll practice. I'll do a simple trick. You guys go nuts with applause. Here's a double toss. Oh my goodness. You guys are into it. Nice. Now, in case some of you weren't following along with that, here's a little tip for you guys to enjoy the juggling portion of my show. Lower your expectations. Fake your enthusiasm. We'll get along great. It's been about a week since I've actually done any type of a show, and I need to get myself warmed up by just doing a few club tricks. If you see something you like, let me know. If you get bored, Mr. Engineer will do the rest of the show, apparently. Here we go. Once I've gotten warmed up a little bit, we'll bring out some of the dangerous toys, and we'll have some fun. You guys up for this? Alrighty, sounds good. Warm-up trick number one. We'll start off simple, we'll work up to difficult. Warm-up trick number one, one behind the back. A little bit more difficult, one underneath the leg. Let's try a flashy trick, looks like this. But let's find out what kind of comedy and juggling you folks want tonight. Here's one trick that's completely stupid. I have the feeling I could do that all night long and you people would be happy, wouldn't you? That was the comic. It was great. He gave himself a concussion. Come on, guys, over here yelling out, encore, no! Oh, here we go. We'll try a difficult trick. Looks like this. Difficult trick. How about an unusual trick? I call this one the unusual chin trick. And the usual reaction. All right, fine. Guess I'll just go back to stupid. You guys are an interesting crowd. I like you. Tell you what, I'm almost warmed up. I'm going to do one more club trick, and then we'll bring out some fun toys. This is the last trick I'm going to do. This is about the most difficult trick I do, actually. I take my 3 clubs, I'm going to lie flat on my back, and I'm going to juggle the clubs in the air. This trick is so tough, it actually took me about 3 years to learn. Judging from your reactions, that was a complete waste of my time. But we'll try it anyways. If it works, make a little bit of noise. Here we go. You guys really took that low expectation thing to heart, didn't you? Here we go. Oh yeah. Alrighty. Let's do a little bit of interesting stuff. The heart of juggling, actually what juggling evolved from was balancing acts. So I'm going to start off with a very simple balancing act. I'm going to take this stool here, and I'm going to balance it on my chin. Maybe. But we're going to take this balancing thing a little bit further. I have with me tonight one 10-pound bowling ball. I'm going to take this 10-pound bowling ball, I'm going to balance it on a club like this, and I'm going to attempt to balance all of this on my face. Now, if this trick works, I need you guys to give me a big round of applause because this is a very difficult and dangerous trick for me. If this trick does not work, the show is over. There we go. But since juggling has moved on, there are different forms of juggling now, I'm going to attempt to juggle this here bowling ball in the traditional manner, and I'm going to give you folks the options of what you want to see me juggle it with. So by applause, how many people would like to see me juggle the 10-pound bowling ball with 2 shiny clubs that I practiced with? It's kind of what I thought. How many people would rather see me juggle the 10-pound bowling ball with 2 machetes that I could hurt myself with? How many people by applause just kind of want to see the juggler get hurt? Alrighty then. I'll try to disappoint you. Here we go. I'm going to attempt to juggle 2 machetes, 1 10-pound bowling ball. Before I do that, I do have to say sometimes front row seats in a juggling show aren't a good idea. There we go. I don't know if you saw this, but the mother grabbed the child and moved him out of the way. Actually, I think the mother is shielding herself with the child. There we go. Not bad, but we're going to carry this on with a little bit of 3 machete juggling, starting off with a trick I like to call the kick of death. Guess I'll face it this way. No, here we go. Kick of death. Maybe. Okay, impress me anyways. Do a couple of tricks. We'll start off with simple, work up to difficult. Here's a simple one. 1 behind the back. A little bit more of a flashy trick. We'll do a flashy trick. Looks like this. But I have a funny feeling that most of you are watching my juggling of the machetes, and you're thinking to yourselves, do the stupid trick. No. But we'll attempt one stupid trick for you. While I'm juggling these here machetes, I'm going to take one of them and toss it between my legs. If this trick works, you guys make a lot of noise. If this trick doesn't work, I'll make a lot of noise. One machete between the legs. Looks like this. Here we go. Oh my goodness. What a dumb trick. A couple of more years of school and I could have been a teacher, but no. Here we go. Oh my. Oh yeah. I'm going to carry this on for one last trick, and then I'm going to pick up the mic and do some comedy. One last trick, I'm going to take 3 objects of different sizes and different shapes and try and juggle. It's a very dangerous trick for me because I hardly ever practice. No, it's true. One is going to be the machete. One is going to be this hatchet. One is going to be this huge meat cleaver. Here we go. I hate it when the trick lasts longer than the applause. All right, let's do a transition here. I'll pick up the mic and take a break because I am out of shape. How are you folks doing tonight? You having some fun so far? Good for you. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I come from North Battleford, Saskatchewan. I just saw this the other day on TV. I watched way too much TV, and this was potentially the funniest thing I've ever seen on TV. It was a commercial, and it was for a commercial to keep Saskatchewan schoolyards green. The council to keep Saskatchewan schoolyards green. They chose for their slogan let's put grass back in our schools. You know, in a lot of shows I do, there's people sitting there going, man, I'll go back for my grade 8. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to tell you some things. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the things in my life. If at any point I mention some subjects that you might not think I should mention, please, I'm not trying to be offensive tonight. I'm just simply sharing some experiences from my life. And hopefully you won't follow the same path I did. I used to be a smoker. There's probably some smokers out there. But I have a thought. I think that smoking companies are missing out on a huge promotional idea. I think that they should take the warning label that's on the package of cigarettes and turn it into a scratch and win game. I'm serious. You could be scratching it off and then all of a sudden turn to your buddy and go, hey, Bob, check it out. I won cancer. Kind of cool. If I collect all 6 of these labels, I get that free chemo treatment. All right. I shouldn't joke about smoking, because I was one myself. But, you know, I'm the type of person that gets addicted to things very easily. So now, I very carefully choose my addictions. So actually, when I was a smoker, it was a conscious decision. I chose to be addicted to smoking rather than, say, being addicted to women. Frankly, because I've never been rejected by a cigarette before. Half of you are laughing at me. The other half, the ladies, you're just sitting there thinking to yourselves, oh, good choice. No, I have a problem with addictions because I used to be a problem gambler. I used to have a problem with gambling. I used to play poker quite a bit. I knew I had a problem with poker one day when I used to gamble in Saskatchewan all the time. And in Saskatchewan, everywhere you gamble, you've got these little signs up that say, if you have a problem with gambling, call this number. And the number is 1-800-306-6789. I knew I had a problem because I would sit there and look at that sign and think to myself, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I hit a 5 or a 10, I've got a straight. And if you do have a problem with gambling, don't do what I did. I did this, actually. Because the sign says, if you have gambling problems, call our number. So I would call them with my gambling problems. I would call up and I would say things like, yes, hello. I've got a straight, and I think my buddy's got a flush. What should I do? I don't like those calls at the gambling hotline. Although one time I had the lady answer me just by going, well, raise him, he's bluffing. Cool. If I appear a little bit disorganized tonight, I have to apologize. It's because I had to move this weekend. I had to. It's either that or vacuum. Yes, I'm a single person. How many single people are out in the room tonight? Make some noise if you're a single person here. Good for you. I just seem proud about it. That's good. I'm a single person myself. Here's a tip of things never to do as a single person, guys. I actually did this once. I went and watched a movie by myself. Now, this is uncomfortable because it seems as soon as the lights go off, everybody turns to the person next to them and starts making out. This is uncomfortable if you don't know the person next to you. And you're looking and you're thinking to yourselves, man, he's not even cute. That was a joke, people. I get in trouble for doing that joke sometimes. I once did a show at a truckers' convention. And a guy sitting right in the front row, as soon as I said that, looked up at me and says, what? Are you gay? I'm like, no, it was a joke, sir. And even if I was gay, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't send a gay comic to a truckers' convention. Like, a lot like sending a black comic to the KKK rally. Or just a red deer. Everybody came from Red Deer tonight, eh? Got the singles cookbook the other day. You married people have the singles cookbook. You guys just call it the Yellow Pages. This lady over here, that's bad. It's pretty pathetic when your best friend is the delivery guy. I had an open house the other day at my house. I wasn't selling my house, I was just lonely. It's not even my house. Didn't work out very well. Landlord got all mad and everything. Till he got an offer. So I'm moving again next week. You guys are a fun crowd. I like you. I think one of my problems with being single is that I never know what advice to take on picking, attracting the women. I never know how to attract the women, and I take all the advice. You hear, oh, that was, this lady over here was like, oh, I need pity tonight. But I'll explain my problem, man. Maybe you'll agree. Because, you hear all sorts of things from guys. Some guys will tell you, to attract the women, you need a nice pair of shoes. Women notice shoes. So I bought a pair of shoes that weren't sneakers. I was pretty happy. Other guys will say, to attract the women, you need to dress sharp. So I bought this snazzy tie. Oh, be quiet. I like my tie. Some guys will tell you, to attract the women, you need to have a nice car. So I went out and bought a Honda Civic. Oh, be quiet. I like my car. And after all this, the women still were just not throwing themselves at me. So I had to stop and figure out why. And after doing that, I realized, oh, I'm a loser. Yeah, now, some of you laughed, some of you groaned, but I know that most of you have been sitting there all night and you've been thinking to yourselves, isn't that Niles Crane with a goatee? Yep. Went into a bookstore the other day, and you know what I find that they have in bookstores a lot of nowadays is those Complete Idiot's Guide to Everything. Have you guys noticed that? I'm going to write a Complete Idiot's Guide book. My Complete Idiot's Guide book is going to be the Complete Idiot's Guide to Writing a Complete Idiot's Guide book. Just my thought. This is one of I love this job. I love bringing laughter into people's lives. I just absolutely love it. Some nights, my job is more fun than other nights. One night I did a show in a little tiny town called Duck Lake, Saskatchewan for 60 lady curlers. Don't know if you know much about lady curlers, but after my show, I took a wild guess that there's a lot of drinking involved. Because I got on stage to do my comedy show, and I heard in unison 60 women look at me and go, "Take it off!" And they were serious too, folks. I thought that was pathetic. I thought that was pretty sad. I did. I thought that. What was really sad was about 10 minutes later, they're all going, "Oh, put it on." I'm kidding. You guys are fun. This job is a little bit different than my last job. My last job, I was a youth pastor. I was, yes. This table over here just doesn't believe me. They're like, "Oh, yeah." I seriously was a youth pastor. I got fired for being a youth pastor. Thank you for laughing at my pain, people. Yeah, you know, in reality, it's remarkably easy to get fired as a youth pastor. All you really have to do is take a keg of beer to the Christmas party. I'll never do that again, nope. Oh, ma'am, I would pay you to come to every one of my shows. You have a very infectious laugh, ma'am. Thank you. I did enjoy being a youth pastor. I enjoyed working with kids. However, kids will ask, is there any youth pastors in the audience tonight? Raise your hand if there's a youth pastor here. Any of you? No one? Or they're just too shy to admit it? Because youth pastors and shy go hand in hand. Kids would always ask dumb questions. Like one kid came up to me one day and said, what do you do all week when you're not at the youth events? I looked at him and said, this is what I said. And he never asked me again. I looked at him and said, I usually sit in my office and pray for you. He just kind of shuffled off and left me alone. I loved working with kids. I absolutely loved it. Do you go to youth group, son? Good for you. You enjoy it? You enjoy it? Good man. Do you guys get to go on ski trips at all? No. We have a ski hill outside of Battleford. We do. I'm not kidding. Come join us. I took my kids on a ski trip once. It's a big, huge ski trip. And unfortunately, being a prairie boy, I'd never been skiing before. Little bit nervous about it. I'm on the ski lift up to the hill. And I turned to one of my kids I had two kids right beside me. And I swear their last names were Menendez. Because I turned to the one, Eric, we'll call him for better name. I said, Eric, I'm getting nervous. How do you tell the difference between the really hard slopes and the really easy slopes? Eric looked at me and with a straight face told me, well, sir, the easy slopes are marked with a black diamond. In case you've never been skiing before, black diamond runs are pretty much, well, they're sheer cliffs. Little trees sticking out that you can run into and slow yourself down. I'm believing Eric. I get to the top of the hill and I'm trying to be savvy about this skiing thing on my first time out. So I look at Eric and I say, okay, Eric, if the black diamond ones are the easy runs, does that mean that the double black diamond runs are twice as easy? Eric said yes. My first run ever was on a double black diamond run. In case you've never been on a double black diamond run, well, all I can say about them is that I'm pretty sure they were designed by Jack Kevorkian. I come from Saskatchewan. I think I mentioned that before. Saskatchewan people get teased quite a bit because people always say it's flat in Saskatchewan. You know, we know it's flat. You don't have to tell us. Although, I think sometimes we might need a little bit of reminding because I was driving between Moose Jaw and Estevan, which is potentially the flattest place on the planet. They actually have a sign on that road that says, Scenic View, 1 kilometer. I saw that sign and I was like, if you look hard enough, you can see Winnipeg from there, okay? Did a lot of traveling when I was a youth pastor. Once I took a group of kids down to Mexico, and we decided to cross the border into the States for a day, and we got stopped by this big, huge American. He wasn't the brightest man. Because I walk on up to him, and I say, "Hello, sir." And he asked me, "Where are you from?" And I said very proudly, "I am from Canada," because I am proud to be Canadian. And he says, "Well, you're going to have to prove it." So I gladly showed him my Canadian passport. And he says, "No, that won't do. You'll have to prove you're Canadian." I'm like, "Well, what do you want me to do, sir? Drink a beer and start a hockey fight? I mean, I don't understand." He wanted me to pronounce the word "about." I looked at him and said, "About?" He's like, "Yeah, you're Canadian. Go on through." Oh, that was a fun little trip. And let me ask you guys a question. How many people in your lives have ever done something so completely stupid that you wish your lives had a rewind button? Couple of you. This table here was saying, "Yeah, we moved to the front." I do these things all the time. Let me tell you about a couple of true stories. When I was about 16, I went on a church trip to Australia with a group called Teen Missions. While we were down in Australia, what we were doing was we were ministering to kindergartners. So we'd go into kindergartner classes, and we could share the gospel, we could sing the songs, we could do all that stuff. One song that we chose to sing was a song called "Peace Like the River." We had all the little actions for it. It was kind of cool. Halfway through, the little kids' mouths dropped wide open. So we asked why. We found out in Australia, the peace sign is remarkably similar to the finger here in Canada. So while telling 40 kindergartners that Jesus loves you, we flipped them off. Just wasn't the most effective way of witnessing, let me tell you that. Here's the stupidest thing that I've ever heard said. This is a true story as well. My father, growing up, was a pastor. And one Sunday we had an absolutely crowded church. Yeah, I'm a PK man. You're just leading to, it figures he's a PK. We just had a crowded church. There was only like two, 3, 4 seats left in the front. In the back, the usher's name, who helped people find their seats, his name was Harold Butts. My father, don't get too far ahead of me, people. You guys are jumping ahead here. My father looks around and he sees these two people standing next to Harry, and they're looking for a place to sit. So Dad, in front of the entire church service, before he thinks about it, just blurts out, "Would the 2 people with hairy butts please come to the front?" Most people were sitting in the church going, you heard people nudging each other going, "Is this some sort of strange altar call?" What was really strange was that 23 people came forward. And honestly, except for the 23 people coming forward, that was a true story. My dad did that. It was actually 26. Tell you what, I am going to attempt to do one more juggling trick, and then my time on stage is up. Are you guys up for one more juggling trick? Woo! Now, before I do this trick, I do have to mention that in this trick, I do need a couple of people to help me out. Mr. Engineer, Could I borrow you for a second, sir? What's your name? Philip. Philip. Please give Philip a round of applause as he comes to the stage. Perfect. And Philip, we need one other person. I'm thinking Mr. Steinbeck over here would be a good choice, don't you? Absolutely. Give him a round of applause as he comes up. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And what was your name, sir?
Kevin.
Kevin.
You aren't
and
thinking of
Philip.
juggling Philip and I, are you? Because I might hurt you.
He's threatening me. Okay, we'll scratch that bit. We'll move on to another one. No, what I'm going to attempt to do, but this trick that I'm going to do requires two people to help me out. But it does require that the two people who help me out are in top physical condition. So I have a little test today. Whoops. What we are going to do is we are going to get you, sir, to skip rope for us. If he can skip rope 3 times, that means we can work as a team, we're all fit, and we're able to do this. If he can't skip rope 3 times, we're just going to keep trying and turn this into like a 10-hour show, maybe, marathon. So, but audience members, I do need your help on this. And for the rest of this bit, whenever I say the word go, I need a countdown mark. So when I say go, audience members, I need you to go 3, 2, 1. When you hit 1, that'll be our starting point. Everybody with me? Say yeah. Yeah. All righty. Here we go. Are you with me? Yeah, you. Are you pumped? All righty, here we go. All right, audience members, go. 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, go nuts. Perfect. You stay right there, Perfect. All right, now, he did such a good job on that we're going to have him do it again, but this time, he's going to do it riding the unicycle. Oh, yeah. Hey, you just hop up, sir. Oh, yeah. No, I'll tell you what. I'll
sing the high part, you sing
Okay. If you want to grab that end of the skip rope, I will attempt to skip rope and unicycle at the same time. Now, in case you've never seen a unicycle, this is about the most difficult trick you'll ever see on a unicycle. And it involves me hopping up and down like this, so it's definitely the most painful trick you're ever going to see on a unicycle. Now, before I do this, a couple of words of warning to my 2 volunteers. At all times, you folks want to make sure that the rope goes over my head. If it doesn't go over my head, I'll most likely do a face plant down there. They will all laugh at me. I bet you I can get to the machetes before you stop laughing. Alrighty, here we go. Unicycling and skip roping combined looks like this. Ready, audience members? Go! 3, 2, 1. Unicycling and skipping rope combined. Oh, God. Oh, stop. Can't believe I got the biggest round of applause all night for that. We'll try it the real way. I wanted to see who was paying attention. Here we go. For real this time. Skip roping and unicycling combined. I like the other way better, to be honest with you. All right, you ready, audience members? Go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, down! Keep going. Oh! Okay, one more. Ouch! Okay, I'm going to... Oh, my... Stop! Here we go. Ouch! Ouch! All right, go again. Ow! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you folks very much. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Normally that bit takes 1 minute. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, I need some of those little paddles, please. Clear! So, gentlemen, I've had a whole bunch of fun tonight. My philosophy in comedy is that the heart of comedy is play. You guys have let me play around here. You played with me, and I thank you very much. God bless to each and every one of you. My name's been Brian Work. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for that.
What's that?
Brian Work, folks. Huh? Thank you.